Now, dear student, chapter number 11, the human eye and colorful world. So, as per the revised syllabus, we have the topic refraction through prism, and two terms those are important here. One is the refraction and one is the prism. Okay. So already we have discussed about the refraction, and simply the meaning of the refraction we have as a ray is moving from one optical medium to another optical medium. So it bends toward the normal or away the normal or deviate from its path. Okay, so this is the basic meaning of the refraction we have here, and we will use the concept of the refraction as we are tracing the diagram for the prism. So here we have the simplest define of the refraction. Okay, when ray of the light is moving from one optical medium to another optical medium, it deviates from its path is called the refraction. Now here we have the new term that is called the prism. So what actually the prism we have? So on behalf of the define, and these are the simplest questions although we have, those are coming in the board. What do you mean by the prism? Okay, so the simplest meaning of the prism, it is a transparent refracting medium in which two surfaces incline to each other at angle of 60 degree, at angle of 60 degree. So generally this angle is called the prism angle, and we have the two types of the that mean sections of a prism we have. Okay, first I am just plotting the diagram in front of you regarding to the 3D dimension. Okay, so it will create the actual picture. Okay, and if it is possible, so I'll show you the prism. Okay, so I am just plotting the prism section in front of you. So whenever you are just taking the diagram inside your copy, so you must use the pencil concept. Okay, now this is the 3D dimension of the that means prism. Okay, so this is the kind of the angle that is called the prism angle or angle of prism we have. Okay, so this one then now this one is the front surface we have, that is called the refracting surface, that is available in a front part, and in the back of this part the another surface is there, and these both the surface are inclined at a particular angle, that is called the prism angle. And this one is the having the symbolic notation, that is called the a, and it having its own standard value, that is called the 60 degree. Generally it comes in a standard manner, so we are just using the concept of the a, that is called the 60 degree. Now for our purpose we will use the principal section of the prism. Okay, so I am just taking the one of the general diagram of the prism section which we will use here. Okay, so this one is the principal section of a prism that we will use. This is the A, this is the B, and this is the C, and this is the called the A. Okay, so this section we will use for the purpose of the refraction through prism. So how we just I am pasting the diagram in front of you, you must see it and try to inside your copy. Now I have pasted the principal section of a prism, and easily you can draw it. There is no need to be a guide you too much. Okay, so these are the corners of a principal section, that is called the ABC. Here we have the simple notification, that is called the A. Okay, now I am just putting the normal in front of you, that how we are just utilizing this one diagram. So this one is a concept of the normal, and whenever you are just drawing the normal, so you must dash dash section. Okay, So this one is a first normal we have, and I am just giving the normal, that is n1 and n2, so another edge point we have. Now same how we are just putting the normal to the surface AC. Okay, so this one is a part of the normal we have. Okay, so I am just putting by this way. This one is a section of the normal, and generally these are the imaginary concept, you must further learn it about. Okay, so this one is a portion of the normal we have. Now we are just making the sense that the ray, and I am just giving also the nominations, that n1 that is called the n2, and this one is called the n3 and n4. Okay, so we are just getting that we are just incidenting a ray to the surface AB here. So at a certain angle, that is called the angle of incidence. Okay, this one is a section we have. Okay, now this one is a ray, and I am just getting the nomination, that means P to Q. Okay, now the ray will move in the prism section. Okay, in the prism section in this way. Okay, this one is that mean q2, suppose we have to be taken the s is s, it's a s is the better option we have. Okay, now as we are just making the concern of the angle, this one is a kind of the, that mean angle of incidence we have. This is the kind of the angle of the refraction we have r. Okay, somehow we can make the concern, suppose this one is a I1 approaching we are here. Suppose this one is a I1 here we have. So this one is a kind of the, that mean incident ray at the surface AC. This is called the that suppose this one is a I2, and here the ray is emerging out from the surface AC. Okay, this one ray is emerge out from the surface AC. Okay, that is moving in along the direction of S to T. Suppose this one is a T. So this angle is called the angle of emergence, and the ray is called the that mean emergent ray. Okay, now somehow we have to be imagine the fact that suppose the prism is not available for us, so how the ray will move continuous along the same direction. So we are just putting the basic nomination towards it. Okay, as we are just what I actually imaging कि अगर ये प्रिज्म का सेक्शन नहीं होता तो ये रे कंटिन्यूसली किस डायरेक्शन में जा रही होती, उस तरफ हमको बात करना है. नाउ वी आर जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट द सेम थिंग, एज द प्रिज्म इज नॉट देयर, सो द इमर्जेंट रे इज कमिंग फ्रॉम विच डायरेक्शन. सो आई एम जस्ट ट्रेसिंग दिस वन. Okay, so here just I am getting the new that mean point, that is called the m is denoted here. M, simply this one is the, that is called the h, and suppose this is the one of the angle we have. This is called the angle, that is called the d, is called the angle of deviation. This is an important part we have in this lecture. Okay, angle of deviation, students. Okay, now all the sections we have plotted here. Okay, now I can put the naming here by the same thing of the alphabet. Okay, this one is a point R we have. Okay, now I am just giving the naming of the sections. PQ is called the incident ray. This is called the angle of incidence. Now this called the angle of refraction. This is called the angle of emergence. This is called the emergent ray. Emergent ray you have. Okay, so a maximum part we have plotted here, and one by one I am just writing them in a order. Clear? So dear students, I have pasted all the nomination one by one. PQ is called the incident ray we have first. Now NQP, and sorry, this one is a N1QP is called the angle of incidence we have. SQR is called the that mean angle of that mean refraction. Okay, n3st is called the angle of emergence we have. Q to S is called the refracted ray we have. Okay, S to T is called the emergent ray, and A is called the prism angle. So now how we are just getting the question on this topic. Simplest the question we have for the examination purpose. Draw a labeled diagram of refraction through prism. This is the one of the exercise that is coming as per the that mean board questions. Okay, so uh, you must submit your homework to my personal WhatsApp number as you are just completing it. So it is one of the that mean desire of that the parents, you must do it the homework at the home and show with to us. Okay, have a nice day.